We're back with another edition of Take After Take. It's the 4th of July edition. I'm all by my lonesome again. Producer Pat is very, very busy. Summer months, we got a lot going on and a lot to get to as we try to kind of get everything prepared for kind of the fall stuff going on with him and his team as far as advertising, the whole nine. So he will be back next week. Here's what's going to happen as we record this on Tuesday. I'm not going to be here. No chance from starting tomorrow through middle of next week. For those, first of all, for those that are listening and are familiar with Take After Take, welcome back. For those that are not, welcome to Take After Take. Yours truly, Carl Prather, here at WAFF TV. We have about 7.5 listeners and viewers of this podcast. We try to do our very best to have an episode each and every week for you to have at your disposal. You can find us on Apple iTunes. You can find us on Spotify, on YouTube as well, our WAFF YouTube page. You can also find us on our 48 Sports Zone app that does very, very well, kind of community-driven sports app, some of the happenings in and around North Alabama and beyond. And then, of course, we have a new 48 Plus app. Yeah, it's an app that you can find on your streaming devices. So if you have Roku, if you have Apple TV, or if you have Amazon Fire, legitimately all you have to do is go to your apps store within one of those streaming services. And then all you have to do is just download that, and then it's there at your disposal. So you'll find us there. You'll find a lot of extended content for fans and lovers of WAFF TV as well. So super happy that we have all of these multitude of platforms to be able to be found. But yes, it is 4th of July week. So outside of Christmas, 4th of July is my favorite holiday. Not even close. I love the 4th of July. I love everything about the 4th of July. And I think the reason why I love the 4th of July is because it's an easy way for me to be able to get to a pool or a beach or something that has something to do with a body of water. Okay, so I like going on the lake and stuff like that, but I don't want to get in the lake water, if that makes any sense. So if you have, if there's a lake house and the lake house has a pool, I'm all for it. But then the other part about it is I love to eat. So I love to listen, I don't know anybody that doesn't love grilled food of some sort. It could be vegetables. It could be anything. But it's an easy way for me to be able to kind of get on the grill. And I was just thinking to myself, if Patrick was here, we were going to kind of rank like your go-tos for 4th of July. For me, I get it. Hamburgers, hot dogs, they're easy. Especially if you have youngsters around and kids. And listen, there's nothing wrong with a hot dog. There's nothing wrong with a hamburger. They are A+. They are great. However you want to do your hamburger, however you want to do your hot dog, by all means, have at it. For me, though, I want some ribs, some barbecue chicken, some pulled pork, a little mac and cheese, little tater salad. Yellow potato salad too, by the way. Put a little paprika on the top, a couple of double eggs around the top. If you know, you know. So I'm not knocking the hamburgers and hot dogs and whatnot, but no, I want for real grilled barbecue and barbecue food. If there is a hamburger or hot dog or multitude of hamburgers and hot dogs in the vicinity where we are eating, by all means, I'm not gonna knock it. Even if I go somewhere and the hamburgers and hot dogs are all we have, obviously, and chips and kind of the standards, baked beans and all, I'm going to destroy it. I'm not. But if I could have old CP's druthers, give me some ribs, a little barbecue, a little barbecue chicken, a little pulled pork. That's what I want. That's what I want. However, I get it. Everybody can't do barbecue ribs or barbecue chicken. Listen, I'm going to take you back down a memory lane because you all know, you've been around long enough, some of you folks, you've had some burnt meat. You've had some burnt ribs. You had some burnt barbecue chicken, some hot dog, something, even burning a hot dog or a hamburger. We've seen it. I've seen it. I tell this story all the time. I had an opportunity to go out one time to a place, and Peace offering, hand it over. Said fresh rack of ribs, seasoned to perfection, ready to go. You see this logo back behind me? The ribs ended up coming out. It was about as black as that corner right there. That's what they were. A little hot, to say the least, during that lake visit. But I digress. But no, listen. You cannot go wrong. You can't go wrong with any food from a meat protein type standpoint. I know some people that love some sort of a steak situation there. Okay, cool. I'm not mad at that. But kind of, you can't go wrong with a hamburger, hot dog, rib, pulled pork, barbecue chicken, smoked wings. Of course, mac and cheese, baked beans, potato salad, and anything, a deviled egg. I love a deviled egg, especially if they're done right. Once again, a little paprika on the top, That's what I know. You know what you're doing if you can do that. So now that's 4th of July is just super awesome. And obviously, of course, celebration this Saturday as we record this on a Tuesday for United States of America 250th birthday rather on Saturday. So there'll be a lot of festivities, fireworks, and all that good stuff. So I know kids are going to be excited and stuff. I also love fireworks. Now, whether they're for kids, the little sprinklers, little sparklers or whatever, but I was one of those kids growing up, bottle rockets, Roman candles. I think those things called were M80s, Black Cats. I think I'm past the statute of limitations. When we come back next week, Patrick and I will discuss some of these firecracker mishaps that I may have been a part of with my cousins and stuff. So we'll get into that as well. But no, I love the 4th of July, everything that it entails, and I think a lot of it has to do because just in the dead of summer. I want it to be. It's 17,000 degrees right now in Huntsville, in North Alabama. So I want it to be extremely warm. I want a pool, a beach type situation. The swim shorts, just outside all day. I need all of that. I want all of that. And that's what I'm excited for. I'm also excited because we continue to move toward the start of the college football season. But before we get into the college football season, I do have to send a huge shout out to the World Cup. I will never, ever, ever in my life pretend that I'm some sort of a soccer aficionado. Not going to happen. But I do love sport, and I do love competition, much like a number of you listening or watching right now. This World Cup has been incredible. So I don't know relative to some of the other past World Cups or regular soccer matches, whether you follow the Premier League or some of the national team leagues and federations that some of the countries around the world are in. But from the first week of World Cup play, this is just my opinion. Please nod your head or shake your head no or say you don't know what the hell you're talking about. All three will suffice. It's fine. But from a novice soccer eye, watching the World Cup and just the first week of group stage play, it appears to me that each and every national team in every country are absolutely as aggressive as I've ever seen in soccer. And once again, I don't watch a ton of soccer, but relative to last 4 years ago, the World Cup then, and just vividly kind of remembering some of it, I remember, of course, the final. That was awesome. But every single match that I've been able to watch, whether it's part of it, all of the U.S. National teams matches thus far, including what will be the knockout stage match against Bosnia this week. Every country, it seems like these men are absolutely getting after it. I mean, as aggressive as can be from start to finish, whether that's first half, second half, extra time, the PKs, whatever it may be. But it's been a fun watch. It's been a genuinely fun watch. And from some of my soccer friends that know like light years more than I will ever know about soccer. Obviously, they've increased the amount of teams that can be in the World Cup, and then of course the amount of teams, I think it's 32 that can be in the round of 32, that knockout stage there, as well as they kind of dwindle that down as we head into the middle of July. But man, this has been crazy, and I don't remember the U.S. as a complete team, I guess, playing this well in quite some time. Because I actually went back and looked. So 2002 was the last time the U.S. won a knockout stage match against Mexico. But, I mean, like, even with Landon Donovan and those guys, like, I just remember, like, this group this year, man, I'm talking pedal to the metal. And I get it. They lose to Turkey in the final match of the group stage. Obviously, nothing to play for. A number of players out due to yellow cards. Didn't want to have that as you head into the knockout stage match this week. Christian Pulisic came back to play in that match, and Turkey came away with a win, much needed for their country and their national team to return home with a victory within the World Cup. But this has been different, and once again, correct me if I'm wrong. Leave a comment in our comments section. I just haven't seen. I don't remember a long amount of so many World Cup matches or just soccer matches that I've watched that, man, I'm talking these cats are getting after it. And I'm here for it. Which makes it that much more exciting. I know for soccer enthusiasts and fans of sport to be able to see some of these teams. And as we kind of dwindle down and get into the round of 16 and 8 and 4, here's what I will tell you. This Kylian Mbappe dude. And I don't know anything about soccer. But what I do know, he looks the part, and he plays the part, and he's incredible. So, man, he's been fun to watch. Obviously, some of the other stars on national teams that you're familiar with. And, of course, US of A fans of the national team and some of our players, including we have Chris Richards that is from the state of Alabama, a Yellowhammer State native. From Hoover, Alabama, played at Hoover High, navigated his way through it as a professional, and now on the national team, first Alabama native to play for the U.S. national team within the FIFA World Cup. Super cool for Chris. Hopefully that continues to enhance and continue to keep the trajectory of youth soccer in a positive light as we kind of continue to grow the sport. So listen. It's been fun. It's been a blast, especially as really this sports calendar year, even dating back to college football last year, just been chock full. We all kind of knew all of these things were coming for the year 2026. But, man, it's been fun. This World Cup, thumbs up to all involved, the atmospheres in these respective countries, the watch parties that we've had. We've had a big-time watch party for the first match that the U.S. were in against Paraguay. And that was cool in downtown Huntsville. We're having another one this week when they face Bosnia-Herzegovina. Man, it's been fun. Kudos to soccer, the world's game, beautiful game, most popular sport in the world. It's been a blast for sure. Obviously, as I mentioned before we kind of got into some quick World Cup talk, college football is right around the corner, less than 60 days before we kick things off. Fall camp right around the corner, SEC Media Days right around the corner, all of our media days around the corner for college football teams within this state and beyond and across the country as well. July is kind of that month where you'll have them all midpoint of the calendar within the month. And then as we kind of get into the month of August, it's fall camp time. Kids going to get back in school, and college football will be here before you know it. So super excited about that. Here's what I am also super excited about. So, EA Sports College Football 27 will be released for some if you, I guess, get one of these MVP membership deals this week. Then there's another release date for the 6th. And then the national release date or worldwide release date, I believe, is July 9. So after the 4th of July holiday. But I will tell you all, obviously, as a 43-year-old male, human being that loves college football, I spent a ridiculous amount of hours in high school and college playing this franchise. For those that know, this franchise went on a hiatus for a decade plus, returned back with a 2025 iteration of this game on PlayStation 5 and Xbox. Now it's back for its third year after a 25 and 26 successful run, and 2027 is back. It's just really weird to see. It's weird from the standpoint of like just to show you where technology has come. Just the mere fact that I never would have thought in my wildest dreams, even with so many people playing this game and this franchise, that we have influencers and men and women that play this game and are monetizing this game and having tips and being able to showcase their talent with this game. So it's kind of cool to watch just where we've come as far as the evolution of video games. I know a lot of gamers are excited about Grand Theft Auto, and of course Madden comes out every year, and 2K and all that stuff, but college football fans truly have always loved the month of July because you got media days, your college football preseason magazines traditionally come out, and then of course this game, and it's back after, like I said, a long hiatus prior to 2 years ago when it came back for the 2025 season. And so it's cool to see. It's cool to watch. So I just wanted to have a little fun. So I just by chance went to go look. So within the game, for those that don't play the college football game, they normally rank the teams. Obviously, the preseason top 25, all of that. They have some Heisman favorites. What's different, obviously, over the last two iterations of this game is that the name, image, and likenesses are there for college football players relative to what it used to be when it was just the position and the number. Obviously, a lawsuit filed was the very reason why the game went on the shelf for a decade plus. And now that the NIL world is kind of upon us, now we have this game and we have actual real-life college football players with their name, their image, and their likeness within the game that, you don't have to see a QB 15 for Tim Tebow or a HB number 5 for somebody like Reggie Bush back in the day. You actually have real-life players that you see on Saturdays in the fall each and every week. So EA Sports has come out with a lot of really cool stuff kind of leading up to the game releasing. And I just wanted to have a little fun. And I happened to catch they have something called the toughest places to play. So within the game, obviously, when you go to a home stadium of a team, they have a ranking for like the top 25 teams in the game heading into this year. And I just want to kind of like go through maybe like the top 10 and kind of go through a few others and see what you think and just, banter it around a little bit. I wish I would have had like the records of like what they've done like the last 5 years. That'd be kind of cool to see, and anything that you agree with this video game coming out this week. I'm trying to look it up on my phone really quick to see if I can find it. But I believe number 1 was LSU, so Tiger Stadium. And I'm okay with that. Okay, here we go. I found it. All right, so, yeah, top 25 toughest places to play. I'll start with the top 10 first, and I'll go there. Yes, LSU, Tiger Stadium, number 1. Ohio Stadium, home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, number 2. Beaver Stadium, Penn State, number 3. Sanford Stadium, number 4. That's the home of the Georgia Bulldogs. Bryant-Denny Stadium, number 5. Oregon and Alton Stadium, number 6. Benton Hill Griffin Stadium, a.k.a. the Swamp, number 7. Neyland Stadium comes in at number 8. Clemson Memorial Stadium comes in at number 9. And Kyle Field comes in at number 10. So I don't have a problem with LSU being 1. Just because obviously we know as college football fans and we know how nuts it is just for a normal game. But, just something with Baton Rouge and at night in that stadium is absolutely insane. And with Lane Kiffin coming there and the excitement for that first home game is going to be very fun. I'm excited to see that and what the Bayou Bengal faithful will bring to the table like they always do each and every year. So they're number 1. I don't have a problem with that. Here's my first problem. And I don't even know if it's a problem. We're just bantering back. Wouldn't you take Georgia and maybe move them to like 2 or even 1? Do they have a viable reason to be number 1? So like if you go back to like I'm just going to type in my phone like best home field advantages in college football and like record, maybe see the records last 5 seasons. They gave me the NFL. But, yeah, I mean, I think Georgia like lost one game at that place in like the last 5 years, maybe. There we go. Oh, StatMuse is gonna tell me. How about this? Is this the last 10 years? This is the last 10 years. I should have did last 5. We can do let's go through the last 10. Alabama's won 76-7. Ohio State, James Madison 23-3. That makes sense because they should have more than that. Oregon 61-10. Georgia, I guess because they're going by percentages, so obviously like 23-3 is 88.5%, win percentage. So I get that. But yeah, like this is the last 10 years. I want the last 5 years. This would be a better kind of. Yeah, okay, yeah. Georgia should. LSU's environment, amazing. But Georgia should be number one. Folks, they're 38-3 in the last 5 years at home. They lost 3 ball games. 3 of them. Oregon is number 2, 35-3. Bama number 3. How about UTSA number 5? And I get it. JMU 23-3. And they're kind of counting the years that they have been a full-fledged FBS member. Michigan 6, Delaware 7 at 6-1 because they had their first D1. So I can't count them. Ole Miss, Ohio State, LSU in your top 10. So I'm not saying that LSU shouldn't be number one. I mean, I'm okay. I mean, it's a video game. Huh? Just something to banter about. But man, I mean, Georgia's 38-3. Bama 36-4. Oregon 35-3. Ole Miss is 36-6. Ohio State 34-6. So like once again, like I guess in my top 10, I would have Georgia 1, Bama 2, Oregon 3, Ohio State 4 maybe, because they're 34-6, but Oregon's 35-3. Bama's only lost 4 games in the last 5 years at home. Michigan's 37-5, and I get it. You got the hardball years there as well. But yeah, I just thought the Georgia Bulldogs there number 1. 3 losses in 5 years. I think that's pretty good. No, so I would do just a top 3, and then you can kind of let the chips fall where they may with the rest. But I would definitely do Georgia 1, and I would do Bama 2, Oregon 3, Ohio State 4. And then however else you want to do it. Like if LSU, you want LSU to be 5 there because they're 10, they're 32-6 as well. So, I guess if you were to nitpick and wanted to like have an ironclad list of your top 5 or whatever, then you go start going through the losses, who they lost to, where were they ranked, what was that identity of that team as far as a win-loss, what the national media, college football fans thought of those teams that got those wins at those respective venues. So yeah, that's where I would stand because in the midst of all this, like I know Brian Kelly's obviously not there no more. Lane Kiffin's the new head coach, but they only lost 6 ball games in 5 years. Pretty good. Pretty good. If we go from 11 to like let's say 15. Oklahoma is 11 in this college football, toughest places to play. Michigan, number 12. Texas, 13. Auburn is 14. And Washington is 15. So, like, if we're just talking about, and this is no disrespect to any of these teams because that means that your venue and your atmosphere is absolutely electric to even be remotely mentioned in this type of list. But if we're just talking about, especially you haven't been there, as far as incredible atmospheres, LSU's great. I haven't, strangely enough, I haven't been to Georgia. I've had tons of opportunities to go. I've been had some of my teammates go in my place to be able to go and take in some of these big monster games. Been to Alabama a ton. They do a great job with their atmosphere. I've been to the Swamp in Florida. They do a great job with the atmosphere. That game was an afternoon game that I went to there. Love Neyland Stadium. Daytime, nighttime, it's very sporty. It's very underrated there as well. But I will tell you, for those that may not have had an opportunity to go to this place, as far as atmosphere, fan interaction, and support, Jordan Stadium is as good as it gets, folks. And yes, I cover the Southeastern Conference. I am a lover of college football nationally as well. This is kind of the footprint that we cover. But Auburn's just atmosphere is second to none. That place, and at night, big game atmosphere. It feels like, some places you go to and, not going to call any out, but sometimes you go to some places and it's like, it's a big game, but I don't know. Anytime you go to Jordan Stadium, especially if it's a big game, a big time program is coming to the Plains, that place is out of control. I do want to see what their record is. Here's the thing that may have me a little concerned, because if my memory serves me correctly, I think their record, Auburn home record last 5 seasons, I think it's 22-12 is what I got. That's what AI told me, Google AI. So, you lost 12 games at home. I mean, and don't get me wrong, you lost to some amazing opponents. Some, maybe not. I.e. Diego Pavia. I don't know if you all know Diego Pavia. He played somewhere else before Vanderbilt. So I saw that firsthand. But as far as just the atmosphere, man, it's not blowing smoke up Auburn or Alabama or just from where I've had an opportunity to go. I've just covered a gazillion games inside this stadium and some of the most epic games of all time. That place is out of control, especially when it's a big-time game, especially if it's a marquee game. Remember the old 2:30 time slots? Remember the old 7 p.m. time slots? Night games? Special. I can't imagine somebody like Alex Golish and his staff and this group being able to run out of that tunnel at their home side and just be a part of that. And some of the big games are going to be a part of. John Sumrall and Florida come to Auburn. I don't know when the last time Florida came to the Plains and play a football game. I was there when Auburn went to Florida and played there, and it was awesome a handful of years ago. But, I just couldn't imagine some, these iconic venues and just how cool they are. But, yeah, Auburn is as good as it gets, man. I'm telling you. I will tell anyone that, hey, we had this guy. Remember, speaking of the World Cup, I don't know if you all are on social media. There's a guy, I forgot his name, but he's from Germany, I believe. And he came to the friendly match. Jordan Stadium held the Argentina-Iceland, I believe, a friendly match before the World Cup started. So Lionel Messi was there and all that stuff. But he was like, I've never seen a venue like this. But, soccer fans used to always tell me, it's like, yeah, Wembley Stadium and stuff and some of their bigger arenas or stadiums are big, but shoot, these SEC stadiums and some of these stadiums across the country are 70, 80, 90, 100 plus thousand. So they see these and they're like, man, what in the world is going on? So it was really cool to watch that guy. I forgot his name, but he went viral, completely viral. It was crazy. But no, it's awesome, man. Jordan Stadium is as good as it gets for sure. And Tiger Stadium doesn't take a backseat to anyone. That place is amazing. Once again, we're just talking about venues and places to play. I'll tell you one place I would go that's within the top 15, and they come in at 15. I would love to go to Husky Stadium in Washington. I've always loved that stadium, and I believe they have Husky fans have to tell me they have a river or something around the back part of it, and it's open air, and it's man, it ever since I was a kid, it just looked great on TV. And some of the games I've watched, it looks really, really, really good. So I would love to go see a game there. And it seems like it gets really, really loud there. And, fan support is at an all-time high there. Let's run through the rest of the list. Here's another underrated one. And I haven't been there. But everyone that has been there, graduates and the like, say this place is crazy too. Williams-Brice Stadium. To me, you can truly tell how great a stadium is as far as their atmosphere when you're on TV and you're watching this inside the comforts of your own home, it is still like games are loud, whatever. But there are certain spots, everyone, as you all know, that it feels like it's loud even from watching from TV. And I don't mean just every game, but there's some venues like for SEC fans watching a South Carolina game, whether it's during the day or they have a night contest, man, that place impressive. Don't think we talk enough about it from the standpoint of like your better atmospheres across college football. I think, college football analysts and people that cover the sport, they get it. But seriously, you don't think about South Carolina off the top 5 toughest places to play. You're like, but man, it's good now. Like it, and that's just from someone that's watching from a TV standpoint. Like it just seemed, but grads and graduates of the university and have always told me, and people that have that work within the Columbia, South Carolina market have always told me like, hey man, that place is lit, super 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 lit. Clemson the same way. No knock against Dabo and his program because that place is lit too. They've had way more to cheer about than not during his tenure in Clemson, in Clemson. So listen, I like them both, but yeah, South Carolina, no one really talks about South Carolina like that. But if at 16 rather is where South Carolina's at. They have Indiana at 17, and man, I mean, listen, last 2 years have been amazing under Kirk Cignetti. Heck, he's on the cover of the game. He's part of the trailer to intro the game, the official trailer for the game. And they've been great. Memorial Stadium has been awesome for the run that they've been on thus far. So it's a kind of a tip of the cap for them to jump all the way up to 17. Rice-Eccles Stadium, another underrated spot that gets a lot of love that many people don't discuss and or talk about. I do want to go and look and see like where they rank. Yeah, Utah's 21. So in the last 5 years, they are 27-8 at home. Tough place to play because, of course, Kyle Whittingham is now the head coach at Michigan. But, man, that's a rough go to try to go in there and deal with those jokers, man. Those guys are good and have been good for a long time under Coach Whittingham. And before that, Urban Meyer, who Coach Whittingham took over for, they've won a lot of football games. A lot of football games. So super cool to see some of these teams that EA kind of gave a tip of the cap to, for sure. Kinnick Stadium, another tough spot. How many rock fights have you watched with Iowa? Now, I get it. I understand. Trust me, I understand where you're coming from. I know what you're about to say. I mean, this program has a tough time trying to score points. With all of that said, I remember watching the Oregon game last year. It looked miserable. And Oregon found a way, to kind of ice the game away with a couple of beautiful balls from Dante Moore to his respective receivers, and they come away with a win. But that place is always tough to play. It's hard to win at Kinnick. So Kirk Ferentz has done a fantastic job during his long and lengthy tenure there for the Hawkeyes. So they're at 19. And then 20 through 25, Notre Dame, Florida State, Virginia Tech and Lane Stadium, Carter Finley Stadium coming in, Dave Doran and company 23. And then Kalani Sitake and his group, BYU, sneaky underrated as well, 24. And Michigan State, Mississippi State and the Cowbells, Jeff Levy and company coming in at 25. So there is a vast and wide variety of different venues and things that kind of stand out to make them special. So no, it's just a cool little list for sure. I was going to ask Patrick if he was here, like if there was anyone that you would take out or someone that you would add, but I'm okay with it, to be brutally honest. Here's one I will say, and I know they're in the game because I think I saw something about this a couple of months ago. I've had the fortune of going to this stadium, and I'm going to tell you, you're going to be like, what? I think any college football fan needs to try and go to a North Dakota State football game. So when I first started in the business, I had an opportunity to go there to Fargo and watch North Dakota State play Austin P. I was covering Austin P at the time. The market I was in was like a little small independent station or whatever, but my beat was Austin P, the university and all their athletics, and then a couple of counties in and around Nashville. So Austin P traveled to Fargo, North Dakota. I got on the plane with the team, and I covered them playing North Dakota State in the Fargo Dome. And that place is jumping. So they use it for a number of things, but it's primarily used for the North Dakota State football team. But it's like I'm not explaining it. I'm kind of looking at it right now. It's like an all-encompassing convention center or something. If that makes sense. Wikipedia is telling me trade shows, state championships, concerts, the whole nine. But Wikipedia is saying it features 115,000 square feet of exhibit space, trade shows and conventions, concerts and shows. But man, yes, they said the atmosphere, famous for its loud and exciting game day environment, crowd noise often exceeding 100 decibels. It was loud, and you're enclosed. I mean, that was an amazing atmosphere. And to this day, I will die on this proverbial hill. North Dakota State and the Fargo Dome is easily one of my 4 loudest places I've ever been for a college football game. It was rocking, and it was the first game of the year too. So I think it was like, man, I think we got off the plane. It was like 6 degrees. It was like crazy cold, but it was super awesome. And that was 2006, I think. When did I'm going to use this phone all day today. 2006 Austin P football. Yeah, but yeah, I went there, man. It was amazing. Great atmosphere. Was it 2006? Let's see. Nope. Wasn't 2006. Maybe in 2007. This riveting TV or radio. Nope. Not 2007. I know y'all be like, man, he lying. I'm telling you, I went to a game. Yeah, okay. I was wrong. I had all my years messed up. It was 2008. August 28th of 2008. It was a Thursday night game. Wow. Fargo, they lost 41-6. Obviously, that was when North Dakota State, which they have continued to be just crazy. Look at this. I got the report. Nick Mertens. He went 16 of 18 for 304 yards and 3 touchdown passes. But yeah, no, they were number 2 preseason coming into that game. But man, I'm talking that atmosphere and that student body and the fans. I mean, it was crazy. So I am super excited to see. Obviously, I know they're probably going to be on TV and stuff as well as they make their jump. But man, I mean, you want to talk about an atmosphere? I know fans have seen like when they kind of get to the quarterfinals or semifinals and at the FCA level over the years, seeing that atmosphere. But it is amazing, super cool. Here's another. An FCS program I would like to go see. I would love to go watch a game for the Montana Grizzlies at their stadium. I have a friend that formerly worked in the business, now an attorney here in town. And when he started in the business, he worked there in that area. He went to a lot of Montana Grizzlies games. And he was like, man, that place is rocking. So I would love to go see a game from an FCS level there as well. There are so many stadiums and venues I haven't been to, obviously because of what I do and working on Saturdays and covering college football. So you don't get to go to anywhere outside of the SEC footprint or Alabama A&M, our SWAC member institution, or the North Alabama Lions, who are about to open up a beautiful facility this year as well. So I don't get to go to a lot of games. I'll tell you one game I am going to go to. Oh, and it's in old 2027. It's for the 2027 college football season. The Auburn Tigers are making the trek to South Bend, Indiana to take on Notre Dame. I will be there. Hook or by crook, I will be in attendance for that. May leave on a Monday. Do football, sports, everything from there for the whole week. Yep, going to be there for that. Have not been to Notre Dame Stadium. I have had, as a young adult, a number of times to be able to do that. Couldn't do it because of work in college football. And obviously, you know, I have the fortune and blessed to be able to cover college football. So I can't go to a lot of games outside of the games that I cover. So, but no, I'm going to that. You bet your bottom dollar for that. I'm a gone for that. So I'm excited for that in next year. But we got to get to college football season this year. And we're, like I said, we're right around the corner. I know everyone is excited for the 4th of July holiday to eat some good food and be around friends and family and enjoy lake time or beach time or pool time. Just taking it easy, man. We're in the kind of what the forecasters and meteorologists always say, dog days of summer. So enjoy it. Enjoy your summer with your family and your friends, your kids, if you have them, and just kind of hanging loose because college football will be here before you know it, and it's all going to start in 2 weeks with SEC Media Days coming up here in the next couple of weeks, along with the other conferences in all of college football having their respective media days as well. We will be back here next week. We hope that Producer Pat will be in the house as well, see what he had in store, what he and his lovely family had the opportunity to do during the 4th of July holiday. Glad it's super cool. It's on a Saturday, so I mean, it's not in the middle of the week or anything like that. On a Saturday, that's fun too. So, yeah, everybody enjoy it, man. Enjoy the weather. Stay hydrated. Stay cool. Yours truly loves all the heat, so I embrace it all. But you still got to stay hydrated, right? In any way you possibly can. Like, subscribe, Take After Take. It's available each and every week on Apple iTunes, Spotify. You can also find us on our WAFF YouTube channel. You can also find us on our 48 Sports Zone app. That's live right now. That's on Apple iTunes or the Google Play Store. You just got to download it. It's free, folks. Free 99. You can't beat it. We're there as well. And then, of course, we have a new 48 Plus app for our streaming services across the country. That's Amazon Fire, Roku, or Apple TV. All you have to do is just go find the 48 Plus app. It's the number 48, red background, and the actual edition sign there. You just download it. It's free. You'll find us there as well. And then we also have a Take After Take digital show that airs on all of those platforms as well. We just kind of go and look back at the week that was for just local sports here in North Alabama. And then we kind of discuss and chop it up and talk a little sports with fellow sportscasters within the state of Alabama. We call that our Yellowhammer Sports Talk as well. So we got a lot of digital stuff, a lot of creative stuff going on here as we head into the midpoint of the summer and getting ready for school to return back in the next 4 weeks. College football, fall camp going to get underway. A lot more college football chatter and talk for our high school kids as well, with their high school season is going to get underway here in the month of August when they return back to school as well. In the interim, we hope everyone be safe. Please don't use the fireworks responsibly, please. Now, I'm going to tell some stories next week. As a youngster, probably didn't do what I needed to be doing as far as fireworks in hands and throwing them at people. I mean, wow. However, be safe across the board. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your family. Enjoy the holiday. Enjoy all that barbecue and all that good food, or a little beach, lake, or pool time as well. We'll see you back here next week.